Wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back with another crazy episode. Happy Tuesday to everybody out there. But you know how we got to start this thing off. Hold on 1 second.
One.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me. 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me before we get started this morning. Hope everybody enjoyed their 3-day weekend. Shout out to MLK, Martin Luther King. But I'm freezing my ass off. I woke up and it's 3 degrees. It's literally 3 degrees in Cleveland. Like 3 measly ass degrees. I'm freezing my ass off. I didn't realize it was that fucking cold. No wonder it was cold. You gotta have the heat on hell. This is the time in Cleveland where you have to have the heat set at hell. You just turn the heat all the way to, say, the depths of hell, and then you might be warm. This shit is crazy. So how was everybody's weekend in the chat? Let me see. Good morning, RX. What's up, Grandma Kathy, Elise, Enoch, Gerald. More coming in. Desi. I'll announce them as they come. But my weekend was pretty good. Watched some football. Ain't nothing like playoff football. It gets you through. It's so many fucking games, and the games are so long. Next thing you know, your weekend is over. But shout out to the teams that won. Grandma Kathy, I know you got to be happy about your Seahawks. Bills fans out there, I feel your pain. I don't even know what a catch is anymore. So if I have any Bills fans out there, coming from a Browns fan, I understand heartache and pain, and I don't know what the fuck a catch is these days. A catch, interception, I don't know what the hell it is. And Gerald, C.J. Stroud looked horrendous, and he has been looking like that all year. So I don't blame you for saying. Gerald says, let me break some news. Gerald, obviously a Houston Texans fan by his profile picture. He says get rid of C.J. Stroud. So if you're listening, you out in Houston, if you can make any decisions, somebody in my community say get rid of C.J. Stroud. He's trash. CC Tuck just came in the building, said good morning, Flo and crew. Make sure y'all like the live as y'all enter, please. And thank you in advance. Yeah. It was today, this weekend was full of joy and pain. Joy for like Seattle Seahawks, joy for the Denver Broncos, and pain for like the Buffalo Bills and the Niners. This is gonna be a hell of a Super Bowl. Nobody knows who the hell gonna win this year. Well, good morning, everybody. We got some Diddy shit, and we got I'm actually have become, and y'all know my goal is to bring you the news. I don't intend or try to be the news, but when you good and these news media publications need you for clicks and views, you become the news. I don't know if y'all saw my story on Mike Tomlin about how he got the real reason he stepped down is because he got a side chick pregnant, and which broke the personnel code or whatever personnel code or code of conduct, personal code of conduct for by the Steelers, and that was the real reason. And y'all know, they painted the narrative that he just stepped down just because he didn't win enough, even though he never had a losing season in 19 years. They say he didn't win enough. Y'all know my goal and my job is to bring y'all the real news, not the facade, not what's painted, not what they try to paint a narrative. If I find out a narrative is a lie, I'm going to bring it to you. And some people who can't handle the truth get pissed about that, which I always feel like, I guess people like to waste their time, but they do come in my comments as if I give a shit. As long as I'm doing my job, I don't care. But I became the news. It's about 30 or 40 articles about what I said about Mike Tomlin. And the crazy thing about it is, y'all, now they're taking my words and making me say something I didn't say. When I brought the news, I said, hey, there's a rumor going around. I saw it all over TikTok, Reddit, and all over places. And then I had people from Newcastle by the droves email me, not text me, I don't got my number, but inbox me about the Mike Tomlin situation. And I have been getting stuff about Mike Tomlin all the time. I mean, he has been nailing everything that's not nailed down in Pittsburgh for a long time. And I never brought it. But once you get somebody pregnant and then they try to paint a narrative that you're stepping down because of losing seasons, but then the organization say you stepping down for family reasons, and it ain't adding up. Once I come across the truth, of course I'm gonna put it out there and let my people who support me and follow me to get the real news, not the narratives. We don't do narratives here. We put out the real news. That is for y'all. The rest of y'all who butthurt about it, first of all, let me tell you this. First of all, I don't give a shit about a Pittsburgh Steeler. I'm a Browns fan first. So anybody coming to me expecting me to have some type of heartfelt sympathy for Mike Tomlin, you're not one of my supporters or followers. So I don't give a shit, because my supporters and followers know. Now, no matter how sorry my funky ass Browns are, I am a diehard Browns fan. And if I'm a diehard Browns fan, I hate the Steelers. That comes with being a diehard Browns fan. So as far as giving Mike Tomlin, the Steelers coach, any type of sympathy, no, fuck off. I'm not doing it. Like, you sound stupid. I bleed brown. That's first of all. Second of all, my followers, my supporters follow me because they can get the real news, not the narrative. So if they didn't come with this bullshit narrative, that's a flat out lie for Mike Tomlin, I wouldn't feel the need to put out the real truth. So secondly, that is my job. I don't show up, and this goes out to the trolls. I don't come to your job and tell you where to put the burgers and fries. So why do y'all feel the need to come to my job and try to tell me how to do my job? See, my job is to bring the truth. And my job is to not show favoritisms or cut corners. So like I told y'all, when there's a different group of people mad at me every day, that lets me know that I'm doing my fucking job. Because anybody can get the truth smoke. Anybody. So yeah, if Mike, and like I say all the time, follow me long enough and your hero will be on the hot seat at some point. I'm telling you that now. So you can leave now. You can leave my social media now. You can leave my podcast now if you're gonna be butthurt and sit around and laugh and joke when everybody else hero get called out. But the minute your hero get called out, oh no, that's where you draw the line. Fuck off. I'm very straightforward upfront about what I do. I'm telling you right now today, just because your hero hasn't been called out doesn't mean his or her chance is not coming. So if you think you're going to sit around the campfire and laugh and joke and laugh at me and joke along while all of our heroes get called out, heroes that I looked up to before, I have to call them out. You think I give a fuck about your hero getting called out? So now, if you have a problem with whoever your hero is being called out, if that time comes, leave now. Don't wait. Don't wait till it's Mike Tomlin, because I had some people who kind of know me personally. They try to come in my comments and say, "Oh, I don't know. Mike Tomlin has a respectable name. Why would you put this out?" So so you expect me to hide shit because somebody's able to fake a respectable name and hide shit. You expect me to hide stuff, but you get mad when our government hides shit and don't give us the truth. Do you understand why sometimes they probably lie to us? Because a lot of y'all can't even handle the fucking truth. Mike Tomlin is not God. He's not God. He's not a king. He's neither of those. He's a human being who has been shady for a long time. It just caught up to him. Don't get mad at me. I'm not cheating on my wife. I'm standing on business, 20 toes. So it was a little refreshing, or should I say a little crazy to see that I made the news. I don't give a shit about the news. I will never stop bringing the truth. That is what my people follow me for and support me for. I don't give a fuck about nobody who comes out of the woodwork. Man, what are you talking about? Man, do I come to your job and tell you where to put the burgers at and where to put the fries? No, I don't. I let you trolls flip your burgers and eat Doritos on the couch watching Netflix all day. I let y'all do that. Let me do my thing. And matter of fact, I'm very good at what I do. Oh yeah, and I'm just speaking on it, y'all. I will never know explaining, Johnny. Explaining is part of who I am. It's not explaining for anybody to. He says, Johnny Flow, and let me tell you what I'm addressing. Flow, keep real. You don't need to explain shit. Keep the flow because you real. Yeah, explaining is part of who I am. It's out here, so I'm gonna talk about it. I explain for everybody, not just the trolls. This is just a glimpse into who I am and what I stand for, and I don't give a shit who gets mad. One day I got black people mad at me. The next day I got white people mad at me. Then the next day I got Republicans mad at me. Then I got Democrats mad at me. Then I got poor people mad at me. Then I got rich people mad at me. Every day it's a new group. And that's how I know that I am splitting it right down the middle like the fuck I'm supposed to do. It's not one set group. Be ready to be the next group of motherfuckers mad at me, because I don't play no favorites. I don't cut slack. If the truth need to be told, then it need to be told. As far as coming in my comments and thinking your little words are going to mean anything, you are just engagement to me. You trolls are nothing but engagement. I don't give a shit what you say about me. I don't care what type of threat you threat my way. If you haven't noticed, I come stronger. Some of you who follow me closely have seen my conversations with my boy Mark Curry, talking about the Diddy stuff. Y'all not stopping shit. This is what I do. And a matter of fact, I'm quite good at it. Matter of fact, we're going to get to the Mark Curry stuff. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen some of my conversations with Curry. And also, don't forget to grab his book. But yeah, put a 1 in the chat if you saw me and Curry. We actually went, Facebook Live. I'm going to debut some of that conversation here on the podcast this week. Maybe this week or next week. I got to squeeze it in. Grandma Kathy seen it. But, hey, look, it's a lot of people that try to stop this show. But this a one-man band. You can't stop it. I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep being the best. I am the best. My Mike Tomlin story is at basically 1 million views, damn near 2 million views across all platforms. People like a person who brings the truth and don't give a damn who mad at it. Be mad. Y'all know what we say over here. Too bad, so sad. You mad, and I don't care. Because this is what I do. Mike Tomlin, your ass grass. You've been nailing, and excuse my French, he has been nailing and he predominantly likes white women. That's his choice. I don't never judge nobody by who they like or who they date or who they screw. Because I don't want nobody judging me. But for the many people that look like me trying to get mad at me for putting out the truth of Tomlin, who has been nailing every Caucasian chick he could find in Pittsburgh for 20 years. I've never brought it out, but this is common knowledge if you're in the loop of what's going on. And finally, he has went too far and got a woman pregnant. So you more mad at me for talking about it, but you don't care about the actual man who is cheating on his wife and gets another woman pregnant while she's battling cancer. See, this is the problem with our society. We have selective outrage. We don't hold those accountable who need to be held accountable. Ask my wife, or soon-to-be wife, does she get cheated on? It doesn't happen. I respect my partner no matter what we going through, good times, tough times. I'm gonna always respect mine, and so I don't have a problem speaking on it or speaking out. But you see, there's a lot of these cheating ass guys, and I'm gonna just cut straight to the point. A lot of the people that come in my comments or try to troll me about that are these cheating ass guys who are trying to stick up and saying, no, you're supposed to be quiet, instead of holding motherfuckers accountable and saying, wait a minute, you're supposed to just do right by your partner. Ain't nothing wrong with saying that. And if you made a mistake, you made a fucking mistake. But as far as me, my job is not to keep anybody's legacy intact. My job is to keep my own legacy intact, just like it's Mike Tomlin's job to keep his legacy intact. It is not Flo Daddy Flo's job to keep Mike Tomlin's legacy intact. Let me repeat that. It is not my job to keep anybody's legacy intact. It is my job to keep my legacy intact. And it's your job to keep your legacy intact. Don't be mad at me because I ain't sitting around hiding. If I'm going to do that, what's the whole fucking point of what I do? If I'm going to pick and choose what truth come out, then I'm no better than these clowns running this damn country right now. So I say all that to say, your boy, they done took my word. And then look at me. I'm not pissed. I have actual real news publications that have put one little piece out of what I said, and now they acting like I'm the one who came out and said Mike Tomlin got a side chick pregnant. I was just reporting a widespread rumor that was all over the town, all over the internet. So you don't see me get pissed off about it, but let's go to just one of the articles and show you. And then guess what? The same fuckheads who come in my comments looking for attention from me, they don't go to these actual news publications who are the origins of all this shit. They don't go to them talking shit about why they doing this, why they doing that. But they come to me. So check this out. Let me, this is from Sports Kita. This is actually a real news publication. They cover sports. And let me show you how they play. Why these fucking trolls get mad at me. Like, I don't care. And it's like I said, y'all, I'm talking about this because this is no filter. Y'all know if it's going on, I'm gonna talk about it. I don't owe nobody no explanation. But this is a podcast where we talk about everybody's shit. We can even talk about my shit. Of them. Oh, and another thing, before as we continue, I'm pulling up this article. Also, keep in mind the young lady that everybody named. I didn't name her. I'll name her now because the whole world is naming her. I didn't even name her in my video that I put. I knew her name. I didn't put it out there. My only job and the only point of that video of me putting that content out was to let everybody know this is the real reason Mike Tomlin stepped down. That was my only reason. I didn't get into what her name was. I didn't get into how many women over these 20 years Mike Tomlin been in Pittsburgh, how many of them he's been running through on his wife. I didn't get into any of that. I just simply said the real reason he stepped down is because he got a side woman pregnant and he broke the code of conduct. And as a favor to him, they didn't put it all out there. He just had to step down. So here we go. Now, you can pick any article, y'all. It's a million articles. But to show you how this media thing works, you don't see me pissed off. All these publications have took my content, ran with it, and put words in my mouth or taken a little piece out of what the hell I said. So check this out. This is Sports Kita, a really big sports outlet. This story is also on Yahoo News, all type of shit. Listen what they say. This is the headline. I wish I could put this in there so y'all could read along. The headline is, quote, he got a side woman pregnant. And it says, influencer, that would be me, alleges Mike Tomlin's real reason for stepping down as Steelers head coach, fueling controversial cheating rumor. Now, if anybody saw my video that I put out, I didn't say, this is what I'm alleging. I literally said, I woke up today and I was not ready for this rumor about Mike Tomlin cheating and getting a side woman pregnant. That's what I said. Yet, Sports Kita Media says, influencer alleges Mike Tomlin's real reason for stepping down as Steelers head coach, fueling controversial cheating rumor. I didn't allege that shit. I said, this is the rumor that I'm hearing. I wasn't ready for that rumor. But my only point is to let people know I'm a good sport. I understand media. I understand what goes on and what the whole job of a media, whatever your media source is. You don't see me run around crying. Why did they take my name? Why they put my words out of context? And this is like, grow the fuck up, man. This is what the world we live in. But let's go on. So they say Mike Tomlin stepped down as the coach of Pittsburgh Steelers on Tuesday. There is a personal reason behind his exit, according to Harold White, who has 143,000 followers on Instagram. Now, anybody that read, how are they going to just put the whole story on me? This is how the media lies. Hey, what do you want me to do about it? I'm going to repeat what this article says. Mike Tomlin stepped down as the coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers on Tuesday. There is a personal reason behind his exit, according to Harold White, who has 143,000 followers on Instagram. My name is not Harold White on Instagram. It's Flo Daddy Flo. But anyway, the reason, first of all, that they're putting this out here, because most of the media people know this. They can't say it because the NFL, or if it's a local media, Pittsburgh Steelers cuts their checks. So they can't say what I can say. Y'all cut my checks. Facebook cuts my checks. TikTok cuts my checks. Just for what I do. They just pay me for the work I put in. It don't matter what the hell I talk about. So I can say what I want to say or what I think needs to be heard. But most of these publications, they're getting money from, especially if you're a sports publication, you are getting money from the NFL somehow, even if it's indirectly tied to all of this sports gambling. So if you say the wrong shit, they're going to get their money cut. So what do? They put it on these big, broad shoulders, me. And I'm big enough to handle it. I don't give a shit. So let's go on after they'd already put my government name on blast, talking about how many followers I got on Instagram. They say White posted a video on Friday sharing an unproven rumor about Tomlin. He claimed Tomlin resigned because of an alleged violation of NFL's personal conduct policy linked to an affair. White also alleged that the situation involved a pregnancy and money paid to keep things quiet. However, none of these have been confirmed by Tomlin, the Steelers, or the NFL. Are we surprised? Are we surprised it's not confirmed? And then they quoted what I said. It said, why is there a rumor going around about the real reason that Mike Tomlin stepped down from coaching? And then see, this is how slick they are. Then they put my quote in here where it says, why is there a rumor going around about the real reason that Mike Tomlin stepped down from coaching the Pittsburgh Steelers? Because he got a side woman pregnant while his wife had cancer. He broke the personal code conduct rule. That's not me saying that this is what I'm alleging. It's just saying, like, why is there a rumor going around? But as you can see from the title, they lied in the title, but then to cover their ass, they bury my quote in the article. Again, do you see me crying? Do you see me bitching? Do you see me complaining? No. Then they go on to say Tomlin resigned after 19 years with the franchise. His decision came a day after Pittsburgh lost 30-16. The alleged woman involved is Nina. This is now they go on to name the woman. I never named the woman. So if you're putting this whole story on me, how the fuck you naming her? I never named her. I never named her. But this article named her. The alleged woman involved is Nina Pegley. I never said that. This is the article. Tomlin has been married to Kaya Tomlin since May of 1996. So this whole 20 years, or however long, he's been in Pittsburgh playing around, whatever. Now, then they put my video in here. So for those that are good at reading between the lines, for those that are good at reading in between the lines, I just want you to say something. This young lady, Nina Pegley, her name, her picture, and this story is all over the internet. All over. Viral on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at this point. Don't y'all find it strange that Nina Pegley has not come out to say, hey, y'all, this shit ain't true? That's all she had to do. But for some strange reason, Nina hasn't said a word. Now, if it wasn't true, wouldn't you think the woman who's being labeled as a side chick, pregnant with a married man's child, don't you think she would say, hey, y'all, that story is false. I'm Nina. It never happened. But Nina hasn't said a word, and I'm going to leave it at that. So those who can read tea leaves and have a lot of common sense, you can read between those lines. Nina hasn't said a word. And there are many articles that ran with my video and put the whole story on me, which is fine. But for everybody that wants to stand up and has so much to say, why don't y'all call out these actual news publications? Why are y'all calling out somebody who on Instagram? It's social media. We socialize. I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to my followers and supporters who have been around for a long ass time. This is who I have a responsibility to. The rest of y'all can come and go. It don't matter to me. Like I'm not taking any of y'all's advice. I'm not gonna not say something because you somebody who pops up who I've never seen or heard from in my life. I'm supposed to take your advice and run with it. Come on now. Like Michelle said, she would definitely come forward to clear her name. This story has been everywhere. She hasn't said anything. You know why? Because if she does, then people are gonna really start digging. And then all the truth is gonna come out. So the best thing she can do is not say anything. But anybody out there that has common sense, the woman has been named. She's been called out for having a side baby with a married man who coached the Steelers and just stepped down. She could simply come out and say, "Hey guys, this story is not true. I'm Nina," and that would shut everything down. But for some strange reason, that hasn't happened. But you have people mad at me. Go figure. But one thing I want y'all all to know is that I don't give a shit who says what. My supporters, y'all are gonna get this fucking truth. And I don't care who gets pissed off about it. Now, after we've already discussed the articles that they put me in, let me give you another give you some more updates. Yes, people love deflecting, don't they, Fire Glory? People love directing. Yeah, I know. And matter of fact, y'all, as at least just said, Flows, please be extra careful. There are too many psychos, the bad kind out here. And y'all know that since everybody's worried, all my super chats and super stickers go towards the Flow Security Fund, so I can be safer and so my followers can feel a little bit better, because y'all are starting to worry a lot. And I don't want y'all to worry. So just so y'all know, all the subscriptions, all the super chats, super stickers, all of that money goes towards security and security measures as I get to doing stuff. I'm moving around a lot and everything. But yeah, people in this world, it's funny. We sit around and we bitch and moan and cry about getting the truth. But then when we brought the truth, you get mad at me because I'm supposed to keep up a facade. I'm supposed to keep up a facade instead of bringing the truth to my people. I don't understand how that makes sense. I remember that movie we always talk about when they say, you can't handle it. You want the truth, but you can't handle the truth. I never understood that when I was a kid. I'm like, how can somebody not handle the truth? It's just words. But there are a lot of people in this world that can't handle the truth. And for those people, I say, kick rocks and flip-flops with no socks. I don't give a shit. If you can't handle the truth, that's a you problem, not a me problem. I'm going to bring it every time. Thank you so much. Fire Glory says her subscription is on automatic. Thank you, Fire Glory, for keeping your boy safe. Okay, that was Toby McGuire. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me go to the chat before we go into this Bilal info, y'all. The Bilal story, I think I'm gonna do a video on it today. Y'all remember Bilal, right? As we switch gears, Mike Tomlin, keep your Diddy in your pants, man, so you don't have people mad at me for bringing out the truth. I didn't ask you to be running around doing the same thing Ben Roethlisberger was doing and Bill Cowher. I don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh, but everybody, all their big names have crazy stories of how they violated women. I don't know what's going on. Y'all know Ben Roethlisberger's story. I don't need to go into it. And y'all know, well, some of y'all don't know, but Bill Cowher had a similar situation of Mike Tomlin with women too. I don't know what y'all got in the water in Pittsburgh, but that's y'all business. Go Browns. Now, as we switch gears to this Bilal situation. Now, y'all know Bilal is a longtime best friend of Will Smith, 38-year relationship, 30-year relationship with Jada Pinkett. He has recently come out as a whistleblower, calling out Will Smith for violating all kind of young men with Diddy. Diddy has been brought in this web too. And like I said, oh, what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. And that's what's going on with Diddy, Will Smith, and Jada. They have, according to Bilal, his life has been threatened. He was ran off the road previously before he went on Tasha K, which was a couple weeks ago. But ever since that Tasha K interview a couple weeks ago, it has been crazy rumor after crazy rumor with Bilal. He had pneumonia, which was confirmed. He told Tasha K. And then he got into a car accident where he feels like somebody ran him off the road again. So, where are we at now? The person who had been putting out this recent info, Bilal, his name is, what the hell is his name? Jamil. If anybody know the name of that guy that's been putting out a lot of this Bilal information, he's on YouTube. Is his name Jamil? His name is Jamil, I think. Is it Jamil? Shit, let me find this guy's name. I don't want to put this guy's stories out and I don't properly give him his due, because he has been the one putting his stories out, and his stories have been Jamil Peterson on YouTube. He has been the one putting out the stories about Bilal and all this craziness. And at first, people thought his stories were lies and made up, but he has been confirmed through Tasha K, for one, about the pneumonia. Jamil was the only person I saw speaking about the pneumonia with Bilal. But check this shit out. Now, allegedly, but Jamil Peterson has been threatened by Jada, and get this, y'all, the fucking Will Smith Jr.'s the son, Jaden. So Jaden and Jada have threatened Jamil. And Jamil is supposed to have an interview with Bilal coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. And like I said, that's Jamil Peterson on YouTube. Jamil Peterson now is speaking out, saying that Jada Pinkett called him out and threatened him in a now deleted tweet. And allegedly threatened him with violence, or threatened him in a passive aggressive way. I don't fucking know. But Jamil Peterson, who has been vindicated on all the stuff he's been coming out with, has saying Jada Pinkett Smith threatened him for bringing out all this Bilal information in a now deleted tweet. Also, there you go, Pure Survival. Yep, that's the guy, Pure Survivals. Everybody, that's the name of his stuff. So now let's add to that. He is saying Jaden Smith has sent messages through his friends, and he said like his friends messaged Jamil Peterson. And when Jamil went to their pages, he seen that they all had pictures with Jaden Smith, and they told him that Jaden said when he sees him, if he ever sees him, he's gonna kill him. This is Jamil Peterson's words, not my words. This whole Bilal, Jada, Will, Diddy situation has been crazy as hell. Yes, Michelle, this is getting super crazy. This is getting super crazy. I keep telling you, okay, no, okay, Grandma Kathy. I need Grandma Kathy to lock in and anybody about this David stuff. Remember, I told y'all that David, real quick, this is a side note. This is about David, the singer who is they're looking at for the murder of Celeste, the young girl. I went over this, and please listen carefully because I need y'all to know the information so y'all know what to look for and quit just popping in asking about David. I want y'all to, because y'all might find the information. It might come out before I even see it. We are waiting for the grand jury to meet again. Nothing can happen to the David story until the grand jury meets again. They said the grand jury is not meeting until sometime in February. That is what they said. Now, if they meet earlier, that's out of my control. But there will be no David update until the grand jury meets because they are deciding, or this is when they're supposed to bring his charges formally to him. And after the grand jury meet, as long as everything goes smooth, they can meet. But I need everybody to spread that message so we're not just popping in like, what's going on with David? We all need to be watching for the grand jury to meet. Let's all keep our eyes and ears peeled on the grand jury meeting about the David story. That is where we at. So we're not looking every day to see what's going on. That is what we're waiting on. And I need us as a community to all lock in and be waiting on that. So the minute the grand jury meets, we all know. Like I said, y'all might find out about it. It might hit your phone or hit your algorithm before it hits mine. So I need everybody to be locked into the right information and what's going on. We are, again, for the last time, we are waiting for the grand jury to meet. They said they're going to meet sometime in February. If it happens sooner, let me know. But that is when they will decide about David being arrested. Now let's get back to Bilal. So now, Bilal, like Chocolate once said, Bilal has been putting all of this out. At least, hold on. I just, it's funny. The simplest. I think that's why people think I'm so funny, because it's the simplest things that'll make somebody laugh. And at least I was just about to go, and I just seen at least a message simply said, "Jaden ain't gonna do shit." And I don't know why that's so funny, but that is so funny. She said, "Jaden ain't gonna do shit." But for Bilal to be coming out with all this information, why aren't they suing him? Why are they only threatening to sue him? These are vicious lies coming from somebody who's been in your circle for 40 years. It seems like you would sue over that. Wouldn't you sue? Especially if you keep threatening to sue. What the hell are you waiting for, Jada? And why do y'all keep coming at these content creators and YouTubers and bloggers? That seems like bully tactics to me. Like, why are y'all trying to bully these people? I hope they don't ever try to bully me. The first time Jaden or any of them motherfuckers try to come out threatening me, I'm going scorched earth. But it's almost like they know who to pick on. I don't know. Like when the Diddy investigation was hot and heavy. Remember all those content creators that was saying all these private investigators were pulling up on them and saying this and that. Some of them even had them on videotape. I was like the #1 Diddy blogger, if you want to call me that, and they never came to me. And I'd always say, like, when they were coming, I said, man, you come on this door with your private investigator ass, you gonna wish you never came to my fucking door ever. Don't play with me like that. I don't even play like that. You better be the official police, official detective. You better be an official motherfucker coming to my door about some fucking content. And I've been loud and clear about that, so maybe that's why they leave me alone. But they do bother a lot of these other content creators and bloggers, and I don't know what their fuck their deal is. But I feel like they know who to pick and choose because they stay off this fucking door, or even in my comments. Only thing I get is trolls who make sure that their identity can never be revealed. Nobody knows who the fuck they are. Those are the only people I get, and I hope it stays that way. Because I don't play around. Don't come around me with no bullshit. Because I'm going from 0 to 100. I'm not playing around with anybody. I don't bother nobody. I sit and I do my content and I go about my business. And I expect everybody else to do the same shit. Chocolate One says so-called scare tactics because I would sue if someone was saying these things about me and if it wasn't true. Hell yeah. I would sue immediately. But they are not suing. They are just talking shit. So now, the latest is that Bilal is okay, but he feels like he was ran off the road. He did have pneumonia. He does think it's some type of conspiracy, and he's supposed to do an interview with the Jamil guy, at some point. Angelina says their damn own lawyers. I told them to sit their ass down. Grandma Kathy said because they are still hiding nasty stuff. Yeah, they don't want to sue. And then they say, well, all right, we got to go to discovery. And then they're like, oh, shit, that means you're going to get it all into my evidence. Okay, let me correction. Let's do a correction. The you can't handle the truth, motherfuckers, was A Few Good Men, not Toby Maguire. So Fire Glory might to make that correction because she's the one gave us that information. So A Few Good Men, you can't handle the truth. Damn, I didn't understand what that meant as a kid. I didn't understand why that was such a prophetic line in that movie. I was like, that's such a bad. Who can't handle the truth? As a kid, you just think everything is so simple. It's like everybody wants the truth. What do you mean? Everybody can't handle the truth? No, everybody can't handle the truth. Everybody wants the truth, but not everybody can handle the truth. I can handle the truth. I have people say, well, I don't know, not everybody, but I have people close to me, my best friend, and more people who are close to me who tell me shit that I probably don't want to hear. But if it's the truth, I'm not going to be mad at it because I'm glad that you told me. Because if it was in your head, it was in your head, whether you told me or not. So if you are close to me, I want to know the truth. I don't want you to be hiding shit. And so if you want to know the truth and you don't want people to hide it from you, you have to be able to handle the truth. A Few Good Men. Shout out to A Few Good Men. So we live in a society, y'all, where we get more mad at a person exposing the truth than the people who actually doing all the criminal shit that we talking about. Let's go back to the example of Mike Tomlin. People will be mad at me for bringing out the truth of why he stepped down. They will be more upset with me about that than being outraged that another man in power has violated women in the worst way. Cheating on your wife, having another baby. They don't get mad about that. They get mad at the person who's simply talking about it. Like if we in the barbershop talking about it, you're going to be more mad about the people in the barbershop talking than you are going to be about the murderers. So you mad at the person who's telling you, hey, these murderers are going on over here. You more mad at the person who says that than the actual person doing the killing. Think about that, y'all. That is why we got a bunch of evil low integrity motherfuckers running around here and getting away with it, because there's a lot of people who feel like we shouldn't expose the truth. We should hide it. And for some people, we should hide it. For other people, we shouldn't hide it. You know, they got their own way of thinking, and I got my own way of thinking. And selective outrage. But like I said, I will never stop doing what the hell I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. I don't do it to sit on here. It's like people think I make a video or I bring content and I'm thinking like, oh, I wonder, I shouldn't say this because this group of people are going to be mad, or this group of people. I don't think about that shit before or after I make content and post it. I'm sorry, I don't. I think about, is this something that the people who follow me and support, is this something that they might care about or want to know? That's what I think about. That's honestly what I think about before I post or bring content. I say to myself, is this something that either I feel strongly about, or is it something that I feel like the people who follow me and support me feel strongly about? If yes to either one of those questions is the answer, then I bring it. I don't care about some Johnny come lately who doesn't even hasn't been supportive to just come in my comments with some old bold ass statement like what you say weighs a ton around here. It don't. It don't weigh at all. Like I said, you're just engagement. You're just a vessel to help boost my content and push me to higher heights. But as far as me worried about what the fuck you saying or your criticism of me, it goes in one ear and it goes shooting out the other ear like a fucking bottle rocket. That's where your criticism goes. It goes in one ear and it goes out the other ear like a fucking bottle rocket on the 4th of July. Gone. So don't waste your time. What's that song? Don't waste. Let's wait a while before something that was Janet Jackson said. Wait a while. Wait a while before you come in my comments next time, because I don't want you to waste your fucking time. I'm not that YouTuber or podcaster that sits and sulks in his comments and, oh, they said this. They said, I don't give a shit. I'm a loner by nature. A loner don't give a fuck about what nobody else say. I was born a loner. I just love people. So I still engage. But I am a loner at heart, y'all. And so if you're this is to all the loners out there. I wish loners would explain to people that when you are a loner, part of it is I don't care about what people think or say about me. I don't need people. I was born like that. I was a baby, 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. I would play to myself for hours and hours daily. I didn't want company, but if company came, I treated you with respect and I treated you good. But first and foremost, I've always been into my own world. I was born like that. Like the famous saying says, you are who you are before you got here. So please, trolls, I appreciate the engagement, but I'm just being honest. You might want to not waste your time with people like with me. Like I said, I'm a loner. I don't really give a fuck what nobody says. That's why I'm perfect. I'm the perfect man for this job. I'm not sitting around I don't need people. God made me a self-sufficient person. I was born like that. Like I said, my parents could tell you, my siblings could probably tell you. I will treat you with respect. I love people. I do. I really love people. But I am very comfortable in my own world with my own thoughts. So I'm never going to get hung up on what nobody says about me. I'm just not. I kind of find it flattering that so many people care so much about the fuck I think. I actually think that's flattering. Whether you hate me, hate what I say, love what I say. Like I said, to me, it's just flattering so many people actually care about whatever the fuck I'm saying. Because I don't really get caught up and care about what, like, you don't see me butt hurt because somebody said something. Say what the hell you want to say. Enoch. See you, Enoch. Oh, Angelina wants, I wish all the people comment on you being a black man and bringing down another black man or kicking him while he's down or just being mean to you would use that energy towards the people doing it. No, that's just that comes with the territory. Just like when the Trump, just like the Trump people, just like the Trump people and MAGA, they get extra mad every time I mention Trump. This is when you bring the truth, whoever you bring the truth on, there's going to be a pocket of people mad about it. That's what comes with the territory. I already know what I signed up for. I love it. I don't think it doesn't affect me one way or other. So when I'm bringing out something about Trump, I expect the Trumpers to be mad at me. When I'm bringing up something about the Democrats, I expect the Democrats to be mad. When it's a black person, I expect some black people to be mad. When it's whoever, if it's LeBron James, if it's LeBron, I expect LeBron fans to be mad. This is what comes with the territory. But does that mean I'm gonna stop? Or I'm going to say, I'm not going to say this because somebody's going to be mad? I don't give a damn. Yeah, I would as a kid. I would as a 1, 2, 3, 4 year, 5 year old until I went to kindergarten, and then I was forced to be I was forced to have friends. My mom made me. I remember it was a big school, like, parent teacher conference, and all the kids and all the parents were there. And my mom is standing over there with this guy who, I'm in kindergarten. This guy is about twice my size. He's in the same grade as me. And I walk over there and my mom was like, "This is Clinton. This is gonna be your new friend." I'm like, how the fuck y'all gonna just give me a friend? I'm fine. I don't need no friends right now. But me and Clinton went on to be good friends for that kindergarten year. He was like 6 feet tall in the kindergarten. I was like 1 foot tall in kindergarten. So we were like the oddest best friends. But yeah, my mom like made me have a friend. And then next thing I know, I started having more friends. But uh like Elise said, yeah, I got that right. People are scared. Yeah, they scared of somebody being mad. I'm not. I don't care about nobody being mad at me. I got smoke. I bring the truth on different people every day on this podcast, and I'm with my content. And there's not a story that I put out where there's not a group of people with their whose feelings are hurt. It comes with the territory. But shout out to Bilal. Shout out to we're gonna see the Diddy story has been kind of quiet lately, because so y'all know that usually mean there is some type of bombshell coming. So stay tuned for that. I believe there is some big Diddy news coming soon. Um, Itty Bitty Diddy is gonna have some big Diddy news coming soon, and that is what we have to look forward to the rest of the week. Thank y'all, and like I said, y'all, I don't know what's going on, but that Mike Tomlin story is everywhere. If you want to Google it, you can see a million stories where they talking about me and pinning the whole fucking story on me. But hey, it is what it is.
Swine.
Oh, Oh yeah, y'all, let's clap it up, man. We had a whole show with no technical difficulties. Wi-Fi didn't freeze, even though it's 2 degrees outside right now. So let's clap it up, y'all. We had a whole show with not one technical difficulty. Shout out to that.
Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, baby. Giving you these thoughts, views, and opinions, making sure backsides covered, no Diddy. Shout out to the Wake and Bakers and the Coffee Crew. From YouTube to Spotify, I love all my subscribers. Can't forget about the trolls in the comments. Thank you for putting extra eyes on the content. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in. Yeah, it's the Flow Show. No filter. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, tap in.
Shout out to Grandma Kathy and her new hip. Shout out to all of y'all for supporting the show. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle says, excellent show. I greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna drop the Mark Curry, some of the excerpts from our conversation about the Diddy stuff that we had over the weekend. I will probably bring it to the podcast this week or next week. I'm trying to fit it in. I got to do some editing and some work, but look out for me and Mark Curry. We're gonna be doing a lot of different things together and exposing a lot of truth and a lot of different shit. And as always, I love y'all. I really do. I love y'all. But I am out.